Hello everyone, welcome back to the Let's Dream Civils YouTube channel. Today's topic of discussion is the Olive Ridley Conservation Milestone. This topic is highly relevant to the UPSC Prelims Mains GS Paper 3, Environment and Biodiversity. Why this is in the news? Because recently there has been a major improvement in Olive Ridley turtle conservation efforts of Tamil Nadu. Tamil Nadu has released nearly 1.6 lakh hatchlings, that is baby turtles, into the sea so far this nesting season. Over 2.29 lakh eggs were collected and protected across 1,985 recorded nesting sites along the coastline. So these figures shows that the conservation momentum is becoming positive since 2024, and also this indicates that the protection methods are working efficiently. There is a significant reduction in the mortality by 50%, that is, the total deaths are reduced by almost half. So this sharp decline is due to multiple efforts, and they are coordinated night patrols, because Olive Ridley turtles usually come to beaches at night to lay the eggs, and then stricter monitoring of trawler activity. What is a trawler? It is the large fishing boats with the large fishing nets. What happens because of this trawler activity? When the turtles get accidentally trapped in those nests, it will result in the drowning. And this monitoring of trawler activity is done by the Marine Elite Force of Tamil Nadu to protect the endangered species and marine ecosystem. Then we have the satellite tagging and radio telemetry. The state has launched a 2-year radio telemetry study which runs from 2025 to 2027 in collaboration with the Wildlife Institute of India. So the objective of this study is to track the nearshore movements of the turtles and the long distance migration path. So basically to study which routes they use and where they travel across the oceans. How did they implement this? By fitting the satellite tags for the 10 turtles, and 1000 turtles were tagged with flipper tags. So these devices send the location information through the satellites, and the information is sent every hour. So it is a real-time hourly data transmission via satellites. This conservation model is a multi-agency collaborative model. So we have state agencies where the Forest Department and the Fisheries Department coordinate on the seasonal fishing ban, and they also manage the hatchery security. And then we have Indian Coast Guard and the Marine Elite Force. So these people actually bring in the enforcement of the protection. That is, they conduct the night patrols to prevent the illegal trawling. And then we have the non-governmental organizations such as the Student Sea Turtle Conservation Network and the Tree Foundation, that is Trust for Environment Education, Conservation and Community Development. So these NGOs organize the awareness campaigns and beach conservation, where the volunteers walk along the beaches at night and collect the turtle eggs safely. So now let's look into the species profile. The scientific name of Olive Ridley is Lepidochelys olivaceae, and then it is the most smallest and the most abundant sea turtle globally, recognized by its heart-shaped olive green carapace. So they are primarily carnivorous. They eat snakes, crabs and mollusks. Now let's look into the conservation status of this Olive Ridley. So these Olive Ridleys are put into IUCN Red List under the category vulnerable. So they are categorized as vulnerable species. They are also protected under Wildlife Protection Act of 1972, where they are put under Schedule 1, which provides them the highest legal protection. They are also included in the Appendix 1 of Convention on International Trade in Endangered Species, so that the commercial trade of Olive Ridleys are prohibited internationally. And the Olive Ridleys get their global legal binding framework from the Bonn Convention or the Convention on Migratory Species, which is a United Nations backed environmental treaty to protect the migratory animals across the borders. Now let's look into the major threats to the survival of Olive Ridleys. first one is the bycatch and trawlers. So they accidentally get trapped in the gill nets or the fish nets, which results in the drowning. Most frequent case is with the adult Olive Ridley death. And then we have light pollution. So basically, the baby turtles move towards the moonlight, which is reflected on the seawater. But due to the presence of artificial lights, they move towards the artificial lights, or we move away from the sea. And then the predation. The dogs, jackals and crows destroy over 80% of eggs if those eggs are left in the natural and unprotected nesting site. And then we have marine debris. So mostly it is plastic ingestion and entanglement, which causes the internal injury, and also they restrict the movement of the turtles. And then the fifth factor is the climate change. So the rising sea level destroy the beaches where the turtles usually lay eggs, and the higher temperatures affects the sex ratios of embryos. So how do we use the conservation technology, and what are all the actions that we do? First one is the hatchery care. So we relocate the nest to a protected sand pit so that we can ensure a safe 45 to 60 days of incubation. So once the eggs are hatched, right? So we ensure a safe passage so that they can reach the water without the predator interference or the disorientation. And then we have a technology called as TED, which is turtle excluded device, so that this is used to allow the turtles to escape the trawl net. Thank you everyone for watching. If you find this video helpful, kindly subscribe to the channel for more such informative videos. Stay tuned.